suite.
Thank you.
That's right there. That is the stuff of nightmares. That is a relationship record. That is my mother-in-law's moving in. Everything starts with that scene right there.
That's all in a day's work as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Adding value to your home, it's an interesting use of the word. When I first saw the book come out, I thought it's home, not house.
Yes.
And you must have been very conscious of using one word rather than the other.
Absolutely. You know, people use the word house all the time. In fact, sometimes when I'm doing voiceovers on an episode, the word house might be there at this point, but it's like, no, they purchased their home, right? And home is a big deal. We just did this big competition, you know, talking what's the meaning of home to people. And it's more than just somewhere to reside after work or to hang out, and it's more than just an asset for those of us that invest. It's really the heart. It's like the center point for so many people.
I believe you, but I don't believe that's the case for a lot of people. I think so many people, especially when you look at the way home and house TV has evolved.
Yeah.
It looks like sport. It's presented as sport. It's this relentless pursuit of value.
Yeah, it's you know, it's a really tough balance. And I've worked very hard over the years I'm a licensed contractor, I'm a real estate investor, I'm also obviously a homeowner, and I'm constantly trying to balance this idea of, you know, the emotional attachment you have and the financial importance of this asset.
Well, because most home shows are aspirational, right? It's this life that you want to live, as opposed to the life that you probably need.
Listen, it's for me, it was a necessity, like I said. In my first home that I actually purchased, I built this basement apartment based on some of the, you know, I'd seen some shoddy ones, but I built this nice little basement apartment. I moved into it and I rented out the whole house upstairs. And that allowed me to live there for free because that's all I could afford. Right? So I was like, this is great. I live here for free.
And value was just building.
And the tenants upstairs were paying for all the expenses, the mortgage, the insurance, the taxes. And I used to say to people, you know, I'm 22 years old, I don't have a mortgage. But I live in a 600 square foot basement apartment with tenants living above me. And it's actually my brother, I have an older brother, thank goodness, who keeps me grounded at all times, you know. And even he'll ground me about this. He'll be like, yeah, but, you know, you're on George Stroumboulopoulos, but you're still my little brother. Remember when I wedgied you, right? So, great.
We have video of that wedgie, by the way.
Oh.
No, we don't. No. But you just acknowledge that there is video of that. Okay, so your brother?
So he says to me, he's like, you know what? He's like, I'm your older brother, but the coolest thing about you as my younger brother is that you're super frugal. You've got all these rental properties. You own like 20, 30 rental properties at the age of 25, and you live in this tiny little apartment, and you're living within your means. And I said, you know what? I think that's why I'm so happy. I said, things are easy, things are within my own means. I never, you know, I don't splurge or spend on anything extreme. And that idea started catching on to my friends and my neighbors and family members. And I started helping other people build income suites. And that's sort of where the show grew out of.
So how do you do this then? Because it's not like even a baking show or even a regular reno show.
Yeah.
You're talking about people's lives here and giving them, for a lot of people who are looking at the possibility of an income suite, it is as serious as I'm going to keep my home or I'm going to lose my home. The other thing we know to be universally true is almost all reality or docu-TV is bullshit. We know that. We know it. I've worked on it. We've seen it firsthand that the producers make it all shit and it makes you hate humanity. Maybe that's just me projecting, but...
How do you really feel?
Yeah, so, you know, seriously.
How do you really feel,
So when I first heard about you, I thought, I hope this guy is doing this because it's too valuable. It's not just flipping homes, which is a sport like I talked about earlier. This is like real stuff. How do you make sure you don't get beat up by the TV part?
The first thing I always say when we're in a production meeting about development is authenticity. I'm like, if it's not authentic, because everyone's very quick to say, well, here's the hypothetical scenario, and here's the game that's going to happen, and then, you know, you'll pretend to decide which renovation they're going to... I'm like, what? Why? That doesn't make sense. I said, how do we, you know, just capture the good elements of what we're doing while we continue to do the right thing?
Stick around. More with Scott right after this.
Dig real deep, huh?
Otherwise... All right, coming up. Still don't believe Scott was in a boy band? Maybe his dance moves will convince you.
gonna need some work. $5,000? That's just a deposit.
A little work.
When do you think you can start?
Just as soon as your check clears.
That's the single greatest home run movie ever, The Money Pit. Shelley Long and Tom Hanks.
Love that movie.
So good. All right, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right, it's anthropology time. Who is somebody you could have been nicer to?
Oh my goodness. My math teacher in grade 9.
Yeah?
Yeah, I made her cry. I know, it's awful. And it wasn't because I was being mean.
You carry that with you, right?
Well, I was being mean.
Yeah?
There's a lot of people I could have been nicer to. I do have those, devils in my mind. I was a bit of a punk in elementary school for sure.
So if you didn't grow up wanting to be a landlord, what'd you grow up wanting to be?
Meteorologist. I was a nerd either way.
Can you? Is it like, can you do that?
That's why
here?
we did graphics on there, because I was like, I need something. Give me the green screen at least.
You sure you didn't want to grow up wanting to be in a boy band? Are you?
Oh, no, you didn't. Where'd you get this?
Atta boy, eh?
Where'd you get this?
That's amazing.
Who do you know?
You. Listen, listen, is that amazing?
That is pretty funny. Have you shown this to anyone?
We just put on TV.
No, it wasn't. Ah! That's me.
Right.
Yeah,
You're in the bottom right here.
Bottom right
Yeah.
here, yeah, with that girl standing beside me with her arm on my shoulder.
What was it called, the band?
Okay.
Should have said I grew up wanting to be a landlord.
Ah! So, yeah,
Okay.
I was in a boy band for a little bit.
Yeah. What's your go-to dance move?
Oh my gosh. Head spin?
You can't. Can you?
Well, maybe not today, but once I was in a boy band,
I know, but boy bands can't headspin. They just pull from the sky, right? It's like, that's all you have to do.
Moonwalk. I'll give you the moonwalk. Absolutely.
Bro.
What, right now?
Come on.
In these shoes?
You gotta showcase those socks. Can you do it?
You want it in the socks? or in the
Look at
shoes?
those great socks.
All right, I'll do it in the socks if you like the socks. Oh gosh, it's been a while. Oh, everybody's ready over there? All right, this is my moonwalk.
Attaboy. Attaboy.
Not
That's
bad,
amazing.
right?
That's amazing. All right.
It's been a while.
No, that's a good one. I like that. True or false, a ghost can actually add value to your home?
I'm gonna say true.
Should a real estate agent have to disclose if the home is haunted?
Yes.
Have you ever walked into a home and someone goes, "This is haunted," and you're like, "Bullshit," and then you hung around for a while and went, "Oh, I think it is."
Yeah, we did an episode in a haunted house, and we found like a smeared handprint inside a closet as we were peeling off the wallpaper. We peeled off the wallpaper, and there's this smeared handprint down the wall.
Bro.
It was freak. I know, our director actually made me keep the piece of the wall and give it to him. He's crazy.
That is super freaky. All right, here's the book right here. How to
There you
Add
go.
Value to Your Home. Scott McGillivray, thanks for taking the time, man.
George, thank you very much.